Good morning, sir.
Hello. Good morning to all of you. Hello. Hello. Am I audible to you? Out of 60 fellows, only 14 fellows.
Yes, sir.
What is the problem? Out of 70, only 14 fellows joined. Oh. That's number one. Achha. Yes, please. First, you feel the exam is tough or moderate? Hello. 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 Hello.
Yes, sir.
You had examination in S and P blocks, right? Okay, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Okay, sir. Let us continue.
Hello. Hello.
Notice oxone is Na2O2. It is used in spaceships and in submarines. If you exhale carbon dioxide, the oxone will absorb carbon dioxide and release oxygen. So to give the supply of oxygen to cosmonauts and to those who are in submarine, we use oxone. Oxone is obtained by combustion of sodium in air. When sodium is burned in air, you get Na2O plus largely Na2O2. Na2O2 is also useful if you want to prepare H2O2. If you add H2SO4, you get H2O2 and Na2O2. Okay. Sorry, I was have to mute all of you because you are talking and getting distracted. Somebody asked me what is ozone, oxone. Oxone is Na2O2. Okay. Na2O2 can be prepared by burning sodium in excess of oxygen. And Na2O2 is also a source of H2O2. It is used to absorb CO2 in submarines to release oxygen. Okay. Any more doubts, sir?
क्या रे तो बोल क्या
So, sir, we are in the organic chemistry again. We are going back. We were wondering what is various electronic effects. The point I wanted you to kindly notice is the organic compounds are covalently bonded compounds. In a covalently bonded compound, the covalent bond has generally, if it is a pure covalent bond, there is nobody who has positive charge and nobody who is having negative charge. If there is no charge separation like H2, like N2, like O2, if there is no serious charge separation, they would be less reactive. In order to give reactivity to organic molecule, there should be some factor that gives charge separation. Factors that give charge separation are like inductive effect, like resonance effects, electromagnetic effects, hyperconjugation, etc. In these effects, inductive effect is temporary effect. Whether you are having any other reagent or not, this will exist in the material as such. For example, if I have a compound like, if I have a compound like methane, it is less reactive because no much charge separation. But if I have CH3Cl, the Cl being more electronegative gets a little minus charge, it gets a little plus charge. Electrons are flowing from carbon to chlorine through sigma bond. It is called electron withdrawing inductive effect. If there is an electron withdrawing inductive effect, there is charge separation. So methyl chloride gets reactivity over methane. So the inductive effects are two types, you already know. Electron withdrawing inductive effects, electron releasing inductive effects, and all those ideas you have. Therefore, we are revising about the inductive effects. I think we talked a lot. Methyl, ethyl, propyl, isopropyl groups are electron releasing through sigma bonded carbon chains.
Yeah.
N2CN, CHO, COOH, they are all electron withdrawing through sigma bonds in carbon chains. Whenever there is an electron releasing group, the carbon chain gets minus charge. Whenever there is an electron withdrawing group, carbon chain gets positive charge. The charge is transmitted through carbon atoms up to third atom. Beyond third atom, the charge transmitted is really negligible. You can see that, for example, if I have a Cl locked to a carbon chain like this, the Cl is getting minus delta, this carbon gets plus delta. This gets delta delta plus. It gets delta 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 plus. It means the magnitude of positive charge across the carbon chain dies. It is there seriously on first carbon, less on second carbon, very, very less on third carbon. It is negligible beyond third carbon. Similarly, if I have a group like this, magnesium, in magnesium, alkyl magnesium halide called Grignard reagent, the magnesium is the electron releasing group. It gets minus delta, it gets delta delta minus, it gets delta 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 minus. Notice that this is the electron releasing inductive effect called Bessel effect, and it is the electron withdrawing inductive effect minus. Either of these effects can cause some charge separation. They increase the reactivity. Also, we notice that when there is a group like nitro linked to benzene system, now if I carefully notice, here I have a double bond, single bond, double bond, single bond, double bond, single bond, double bond, single bond. That type of setup is called conjugated system. In conjugated systems, the electrons tend to flow to the side where there is more electron withdrawing power or electronegativity. Oxygen takes these pi electrons, means it gets minus charge. When the pi electrons are going on to oxygen, this nitrogen sucks these electrons. So you are getting this type of form, NO minus NO, residuative one. And here it got plus charge. This type of complete transfer of full positive, full negative charge through pi bonded electrons, which are in conjugation, is called resonance. This is minus R effect because electron chain is, the carbon chain is, electrons are going away from carbon chain.
Yes.
Now notice that as positive charge is, I said, a whole, the further canonical forms. Total you can have 5 such canonical forms.
Yes.
All these canonical forms are decreasing the electron density in benzene ring. Generally, benzene ring undergo aromatic electrophilic substitution reactions, where somebody who loves electrons will attack benzene. As electrons are taken away from benzene, the aromatic electrophilic substitution will become less probable if there are withdrawing groups. So benzene reactivity drops down if there are withdrawing groups like nitro, cyano, aldehyde, carboxylic acid, etc. On the contrary, there are some groups like NaH2. There are some groups like methoxy. All such groups, they have atom with lone pairs. I think you can see.
Yes, sir. We can see.
If I carefully see, this electron pair, single bond, double bond, single bond, double bond, single bond, double bond, single bond. This conjugated system will allow the flow of electrons into benzene. It would increase the electron density on benzene. As it is increasing the electron density in benzene, the presence of such electron releasing plus R groups like methoxy, NH2, you can have OH, all these electron releasing groups, they increase the reactivity of benzene.
Yes, sir.
The different possible structures which you are writing of electrons are called resonance canonical structures. While writing resonance canonical structures, 3 points are must. Total number of electrons in any resonance canonical structure must be same.
Yes.
The relative position of atoms should not change. If you are changing the position of atoms, then you are writing isomers. You can change the position of electrons, not the position of
Atoms. Relative position.
atoms. You should not change. Resonance can give a lot of explanation to why reactions happening in this way. Resonance can also explain the stability of molecules. The resonance can explain unexpected products. So the concept of resonance is very, very, very important. I want to be very brief on that subject anyway. Any more doubts, sir? There is
Resonance.
There is a resonance effect. There are
Resonance.
many questions related to resonance. Today we try to work out the resonance. First we do what is given in NCRT. And then we also,
Sir, again.
what did you say?
Sir, one doubt only, sir. Sir,
Resonance.
We are talking about resonance right away. Now, somebody has sent through WhatsApp some doubts. What are those doubts? I could not see. It is better for somebody to post the doubts in the chat box right away. Today we are going to revise resonance, certainly, yes. But your doubts, can you post through the chat box here? Because my mobile is not nearby. I have to set where it is. So I am going to look at the concept of resonance. I told you, first you have to read NCRT, then use this book. This book is good.
Exemplar.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse
Yes,
me, sir.
sir.
Resonance again.
Okay, take your time, sir. What is your doubt, if any? Yes, Tatimela is not given much about resonance, but anyway, let us see. Sir, we just try to understand what is given here. Hello?
yes, sir.
Now I want you to pay your full attention. Please don't ask me to repeat again and again. I will initially do this and I try to do much more beyond this. Okay? First, let us see what is given in NCRT. Resonance is having another name called mesomeric effect. It can be represented by capital R or capital M.
Yes.
Plus R means somebody is increasing electron density in carbon chain. Plus M means same. Minus R means somebody is taking away electrons from carbon chain and decreasing the electron density. Now, what is this resonance effect? Let us see. It involves redistribution of pi electrons or lone pair of electrons, especially in conjugated systems, via their pi orbitals. This effect produces a kind of charge separation, plus delta, minus delta polarity in the molecule by the interaction of two pi bonds or between a pi bond and a lone pair. It is a permanent effect and it can be a minus R effect. You have to remember that these groups are electron withdrawing. Nitro, cyano, carbonyl may be linked to hydrogen aldehyde, may be linked to only carbons, keto. Carboxylic acid, ester group. Ethylene, this group, CH2 double bond CH2CHO is called acrylonitrile group. What is it called? Acrylaldehyde, CH2 double bond CH2CHO is called acrylaldehyde. I would say acrylic group. Acrylic group.
Yes.
Phenyl group, nitrophenyl group, all these are electron withdrawing. Very, 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 very important. FClBr(I) are also electron withdrawing by inductive effect, but by resonance, they are electron releasing groups. Notice there is a conflict. ClBr(Fi) are electron withdrawing by inductive effect, but they are electron releasing by resonance. America. It is very important. Plus R groups. It is also called plus subgroup. These groups increase the electron density in carbon chain. If it is ClBr(I), ClBr(I) are electron releasing by resonance, but they are electron withdrawing by inductive effect, so they are not really good. NH2 is electron releasing as well as by inductive effect also it is electron. By inductive effect it's electron withdrawing, NH2. Because nitrogen is more electronegative than carbon. Are more electronegative groups than carbon or electron withdrawing by inductive effect. But they are electron releasing if they have lone pair of electrons. Nitrogen has a lone pair of electrons. It is electron releasing by resonance. NaHR has an electron pair on nitrogen. Nr2 is electron pair on nitrogen.
Yes.
NH2 is called amine group. NRH group is called secondary amine group. NR2 is called tertiary amine group.
Yes.
NHCO is called amide group.
Yes, sir. Amide.
OH is a hydroxy group. OR is alkoxy group.
Alkoxys.
All these groups where the bonded atom has a lone pair are essentially electron releasing.
Yes, sir.
For any compound, resonating structures are two or more. More is the number of resonating structures, more is the stability of molecules. There are 4 rules. Rule number 1, resonance is possible only in conjugated systems. You know what is conjugated system?
Yes, sir.
Positive
Single
charge,
bond, double bond, single bond, double bond.
Yeah, positive charge, single bond, double bond. Negative charge, single bond, double bond. Lone pair of electrons, single bond, double bond, like that. Number 2, in all resonating structures, total number of electrons remain same. You can't increase the number of electrons. In all resonating structures, number 3, the relative positions of atoms will be same. I can't change the position of atoms. If I am changing their positions, it is not resonance, canonical form. Number 4, in any resonating structure, that which has charge separation is less contributing than that which do not have charge separation. For this example, yes, you can write a structure like this. What's the name of this compound which I wrote with the red ink, sir?
Acrylonitrile.
In acrylonitrile, I can do something. I can push the electrons here. I can push this. Then I will get CH2, single bond CH, double bond C, double bond N. When the pi electron became a lone pair or nitrogen is getting. Can you see that the structure is not really contributing because of the movement of pi electron, this carbon is getting plus charge, and because nitrogen is getting completely free to electrons. Can you see that? It gets a minus charge. Forms where charge is separated are less contributing than the forms where there is no charge distribution. So it is better. One is this. Where it is not writing. This. It is not writing. This form is more contributing than this form. Notice, in this form, total number of electrons are same in both the forms. The position of double bonds, pi bonds are changing, but position of atoms are not changing. So the resonance canonical structures where there is no charge separation are more important than those where there is charge separation. Also notice, what's your doubt?
No,
Yes, what's your doubt, sir?
sir. Clear, sir.
Next point, if there is charge separation, two plus charges should not be very close. Structures where like charges are as far away as far or more stable than where there is like charges very close by. If two atoms have plus charges very close, they repel each other. While lighting resonance, it is very important to notice. All atoms involved in resonance must be sp2 hybridized. All must be flat, planar. If some are three-dimensional with sp3 hybridization, they cannot be involved in resonance 100%. Condition for resonance to happen is molecule must be flat, like your benzene, like your ethene. Very good, ladies and gentlemen. So resonance structures can be written by practice. Whenever there is an electron releasing group, carbon gets minus charge called carbanion. Whenever there is a withdrawing group, carbon gets plus charge called carbonium ion. Notice carbonium ion has carbon with plus charge having only 6 electrons. Carbanion is having minus charge on carbon, it has 8 electrons. Either the carbonium ion or the carbanion, they require somebody to stabilize. The positive ions are stabilized by electron releasing groups. The negative ions are stabilized by electron withdrawing groups. Very important. Negative means you require withdrawing group. Positive ion is stabilized by electron releasing groups. Please remember the order of stability of carbanions. You must remember, that's a frequently asked question. Can you write down this, sir?
Yes.
Please do write down the stability order of different carbon atoms. Okay.
Sir, 1 minute.
Yes. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, now really we don't have more time. Sir, the reagents are, see, whenever you are carrying out a reaction, you are adding NaOH. NaOH is called a reagent. NaOH is a base. It offers OH minus. OH minus is called as the attacking group. NaOH is called as a reagent. If you are adding NaOH to your coconut oil to make a soap, coconut oil is called substrate. So fundamental material you are taking to carry out reaction is called substrate. Whatever you are adding to it to create a reaction is called reagent. In the reagent, the active part that is actually involved in reaction is called attacking group. What is the attacking group in H2SO4?
Yes, sir.
What is the attacking group in H2SO4?
Sir, H plus.
That's why H plus is called as the attacking group. H2SO4 is called a reagent. What is the attacking group in NaOH? OH minus. OH minus is the attacking group. NaOH is reagent. Now let us look at some reagents. If the reagent is carrying a positive charge and willing to attack a negative center, then this is called electron lover. Electron lover means electrophile. See the list of electrophiles. See, electrophiles usually carry plus charge. Hello, somebody is talking parallelly. What is this? If it is Arif sir, his BP will increase like hell. That's why the old man is in hospital. Okay? You are troubling the old man by shouting in the class. Okay, now I think he's all right. So please, I suggest you can't irritate me because anyway I don't get irritated. But don't irritate others, man. It looks nice of you. If you are talking parallelly, man who is speaking gets bored here and he starts talking nonsense. Okay. So if you are loving electrons, you are called electrophile. Electrophile usually loves electrons which it gets positive charge. If somebody is loving boys, it must be a girl. Is it possible?
Yes, sir.
Of course.
Yes, sir.
And therefore, the boys, whomsoever loves boys, should carry opposite charge to that of boys. The electrophiles, they love electrons, so they carry positive charge. Sometimes you can have BeCl2, BCl3, AlCl3, etc. fellows. In these fellows, central atom like beryllium, aluminum, boron, they don't have 8 electrons. We have a theory in 8th class, 9th class you studied. Atoms require octet of electrons to get stable.
State configuration, sir.
But unfortunately, boron of BSCl3, aluminum of AlCl3, BeCl2, they don't have 8 electrons on the central atom. They are called electron deficient and beggars. Amma, 2 electrons, please. I have only 6. Give me 2. I will be 8. Beryllium says, Amma, I have only 4. Please give me 4. I will be happy that way. These are all electron beggars. They are also electrophiles. So electrophiles are 2 categories, which have positive charge or which have electron deficiency. Sometimes, some people will beg electrons, also they can donate electrons. They are called amphiphiles. Amphiphile is electrophile as well as nucleophile. It is an acceptor of electrons and donor of electrons. One such example is SnCl2. It has a lone pair, so it is a nucleophile. It has empty d orbitals through which it will beg electrons. So there are groups which can act as both electrophiles and nucleophiles. Electrophile is one which
Loves electron.
yes. So let us look at that in the textbook, what they say at the moment.
Sir, what look? Sir?
This is the book I have shared with all of you. You don't have this right now, I will share again. This is a book
Share,
that
sir.
guarantees.
Yes,
We
sir.
are having, sir.
You have this book
Yes,
again,
sir.
I will share if you want. Sir,
Share, sir.
I will share again. No, that's not an issue. This is a good book in the sense that it has every topic in brief notes and also 45 questions. So if you read the NCERT followed by this and solve 45 questions, you are done. Very simple. So again, I will share you. Don't worry. Now we are seeing what are
Sir, please share
electrophiles.
again, sir.
I will be doing it right away. Don't worry. That's not an issue. So what are electrophiles we are seeing? There it is. Yes. This is the list of electrophiles which have plus charge. And these are the electrophiles which have no charge. No charge means it is a beggar of electrons. Notice that in CX4, how come CX4 is a electrophile? Carbon is already having 4 bonds now. All the 4 X are taking away electrons from carbon, making carbon as an orphan. So that forces CX4 to be a electrophile. But generally, we don't consider CX4 as electrophile. Leaving CX4, all others can be taken as electrophiles. Very interestingly, CCl2, where carbon has 6 electrons, is called carbene. That is also electrophile. Be familiar with this.
Yes, sir.
Next, nucleophile. Nucleophile is that which attacks nucleus or a positive center. In order to attack a positive center, it should have negative charge. So all anions, the list is like this. Hydrogen ion, hydroxide ion, halide ion, cyanide ion. N3 minus means azide ion. N3 is azide.
Yes, sir.
R1 means alkoxide ion and R minus means carbon ion. RS means alkyl sulfide anion. SH means hydrogen sulfide anion. HSO3 means bisulfide anion. NO2 means nitride. NO2 is nitride. Okay. NaH2 minus ion. Nitride. IT. NO3 minus means nitrate. So all these are nucleophiles. There are neutral nucleophiles which have atoms that carry lone pair of electrons. Neutral nucleophiles are also called Lewis spaces. Now there are amphiphiles which can be both electrophiles and nucleophiles. Examples are given here. Try to be familiar with all these examples.
Yes,
They make your IIT mains questions. Okay. So let us be familiar with this. Then you look at the inductive effect and resonance effect as given here. Once you know it, I take you to advanced level of resonance. But you be familiar what is hyperconjugation, what is resonance, so on. In resonance, you can see here, there is a single bond, double bond. Can you see that?
Yes, sir. We can see.
When
Sir.
the conjugation, when the pi electrons are going to oxygen is getting minus charge, nitrogen is getting plus charge. Can you see that really?
Yes, sir.
When the nitrogen is getting plus charge, bottom oxygen is offering the lone pair. This type of shift of electrons, bottom oxygen to pi bond, top pi bond to lone pair, this is called resonance. More is the number of resonance forms, more is the stability. While lighting resonance forms, you should not change the position of atoms. Now, what is hyperconjugation? It is called Becker-Northern effect. In fact, I have several videos on this, in which the alkyl groups with at least one hydrogen atom on the alpha carbon. What is alpha carbon? A carbon locked to C double bond C. A carbon locked to functional group carbon. That alpha carbon, hydrogen, will shift its position. So in alkene, you can have a situation like carbon getting minus charge, hydrogen getting plus charge. This type of shift will appear as if H plus is hanging in air. Momentarily, there is no bond between hydrogen and carbon. That type of resonance is called hyperconjugation or no bond resonance. Notice that there is a IIT question. What electrons are involved in hyperconjugation? It involves movement or delocalization of sigma and pi bond orbitals. Also anti-bonding molecular orbitals, mind you. It also may involve anti-bonding molecular orbitals. That's not given here. Anti-bonding means pi star.
Yes, sir.
Both
Sigma
the number
star.
of- yeah. Generally, it involves sigma pi bond electrons. Sometimes it may also involve pi star electrons. Okay, more the number of CH bonds at alpha carbon to the unsaturated system, more is the hyperconjugation, more is the stability. From that point, if you look at one propene or one butene, which is more stable, sir? Sir, one propene or one butene, which is more stable, sir?
One butene, sir.
Sorry,
More
darling. Sorry, darling. One propene is having 3 alpha hydrogens, whereas one butene has maximum 2 alpha hydrogens. One propene has 3 hyperconjugation forms. One butene has only 2 alpha hydrogen forms. So definitely one propene is more stable than one butene.
Yes.
Let us look at another case. This compound is called 3-methyl 1-butene. 3-methyl 1-butene, it has only 1 alpha hydrogen. Can you see it, sir? Hello.
Yes,
The
sir.
carbon that is locked to doubly bonded carbon, the C is having only 1 H. There is a printer table. Alpha is wrongly printed. Alpha should be printed here. Let me write. Yes, let me use red color. This is alpha carbon. This is alpha. This is not. Yes. It has only 1 alpha hydrogen. Look at this damn structure. It is called as 3,3-dimethyl but1ene. This alpha carbon has no hydrogens. Therefore, if you look at these alkenes, one propene is more stable than one butene. One butene is more stable than 3-methyl 1-butene. 3-methyl 1-butene is more stable than 3,3-dimethyl 1-butene. Can you see it, sir, very clearly? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
This is a very standard IIT main question. It is so because possibility of hyperconjugation is there in some compounds, not there in some compounds. Okay? Common types of organic reactions are how many types? Everybody knows a free radical reaction is shown by alkanes. In alkane, the Cl2 will undergo homolytic fission, generates a free radical. That free radical will start generating free radicals in methane. So to bring about a free radical reaction, first you should generate a free radical. In order to generate a free radical, you have to use UV light or high temperature. If you don't have UV light or high temperature, start with hydrogen peroxide. If you don't have hydrogen peroxide, use benzoyl peroxide. Is that fine? Very good. Now I want you to carefully look at electrophilic substitution reaction, SC reaction. What is SC reaction? Somebody who is positively charged will get out and somebody else who has positive charge will come in. If you are looking at benzene, all hydrogens locked to benzene have positive charge. So the hydrogen of benzene can get out as H plus, and in place of H plus, some CH3 plus will come in. Sir, I don't have CH3 plus. Well, you don't have CH3 plus. You have methyl chloride. When the methyl chloride is added to AlCl3, AlCl3 is a Lewis acid, it is a beggar of electrons. It will beg and take the Cl minus away. So AlCl3 becomes AlCl4 minus. Now you are getting CH3 plus. In order to generate an electrophile like CH3 plus, like Cl plus, like CH3CO plus, you require a Lewis acid catalyst. Therefore, this type of reactions require a Lewis acid as a catalyst. What is a Lewis acid? AlCl3, BCl3, electron pair beggar. Whenever I add a Lewis acid to alkyl halide, I am generating a R plus ion. Such reactions where hydrogen of benzene is replaced by R plus are called Friedel-Crafts alkylation. Sir, what is the name, sir?
क्लियर आ रही सुन रहे क्या? नहीं आ रही, हमारी नहीं आ रही, कुछ बोल
Friedel-Crafts alkylation is the name given to this reaction. But I tell you, any damn reaction of benzene, where H plus is replaced by somebody like NO2, like SO3H, like Cl, like COCH3, wherever H plus is replaced by anybody is called electrophilic substitution.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir?
Yes.
I would like to share this book and share 10 videos on this subject.
Yes.
I made 10 videos earlier. I will be sharing those videos. I want you to watch those videos. Okay? Right now I am sharing it. Before tomorrow morning, I want you to watch at least 5 of these videos and come back.
Sir, time up.
That's what I am saying, man. Okay? Bye-bye.
Yes. Thank
Good afternoon.